In our workshop today, you know why we're here. Our objectives for today, we're going to learn how to employ the development cycle, something that I know most of you are very familiar with, but how to use it as a fundraising framework to really guide and support our efforts and really maximize and prioritize our workload, specifically for helping us to be really strategic and manage everything we have to do and obviously get more results. The second thing is how to create, manage, and support strategic fundraising partnerships. We can't do it by ourselves. There are people who think we can, and they are wrong. And it's our job, part of our goal here today is to really talk about our job as that primary development person is not so much to do everything ourselves, because it's impossible, but to really find the people who can help us and create those teams. That is absolutely key to our success and our sanity, may I just say, over time. Now we're going to practice using fundraising planning and other tools to really prioritize and really guide all of our work that we have to do, and we want to review a couple of time management strategies towards the end, specifically time management and how we can apply it to our development work, and also not forgetting taking care of one of your primary, if not your primary asset, which is you. We forget this, right? We are last. We're always last on the list. Not a healthy way to go. So our agenda quickly, we're in the middle of the agenda: development cycle, strategic partnerships, fundraising planning, and time management. And then we're hoping to have lots of room at the end for Q&A.
The idea is that fundraising is not just about, I see some sucker out there and he's got lots of dough, I'm going to go ask him for money. You can do that, but it's not likely to be very successful. There's actually 4 stages in development, and I'm going to go through them here fairly fast, with the idea that these stages should be helping you shape your workload. And this is something we'll come back to again and again, is the choices that you make with your time on a daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis, are not all, you need to be mindful about aligning them with how fundraising works and the principles of fundraising works. And it's all too easy to get caught up in the phone calls we get and what comes at us, as opposed to shaping it to build the agency's capacity. So in that light, I'm going to talk a little bit about this, and we're not going to, sometimes we do it as a guessing game, and it takes about a half hour. I'm going to run through it. I'll try not to race through it. But the idea is that fundraising has 4 stages, and I'm going to go through the amount of time proportionally that your organization should be spending on each stage. That doesn't mean you personally, because it may be that as staff you spend more time in one stage than another. But it's your job as the Chief Development Officer, whatever your job title is, to make sure that your organization is aligned with this. So identification is the stage of figuring out the who. Who are your prospects? Possibles, likelies. Those are different. We're going to lump them together in one stage. This should be about 5% of your fundraising. And this not only goes for individual donors, it goes all across the board. If you really spend a day at the Foundation Center researching foundations, that's about what you need per year, because the rest is about follow-up. And you don't want to take on more than you can actually build relationships with. That's why this number, for some beginning organizations, it might be slightly higher, but really, it's not, the question, and we'll come back to this again and again, is who can we get in the room with us figuring this out? That's going to be the key to lining up who am I going to be going after, both in institutional sources and individual.